midnight last night to try to work out a deal. And we were not asking for a lot more. It was just a fraction more than what he was making, and they just would not pay. And we tried, Ryan's mother was on the phone at midnight trying to resolve this issue, and they just refused. They just refused to pay a little bit more, and he would have fought Duno, okay? So it's not Ryan's fault that he didn't fight Duno. In fact, he was saying, make the fight happen. I want to show everybody that this is all a lie, and I'm going to knock him out. That was his position. And
I didn't want to fight anybody else. I didn't want to fight Peter Petrov. I didn't want to fight any of the names they were mentioning because I know what I came here for. And I came here to get my respect. And I knew I was going to get it if I beat Avery. And I'm not going to get it beating Peter. The only way I was going to get it after those statements were made online was to fight Duno. But I'm also not going to let myself be taken advantage and set up into a way where I'm cornered and I have to do whatever they say and I have to, fight Duno for that mount that they always wanted me to. They made it get as close as they can to make it change like that so I could be like, I have no choice, But, I said to myself, this is my chance to, stand my ground and get my respect no matter what, to prove my worth. And I've done this countless times before, I ask for what I want and they just say no, and the last minute I just say, all right, let's go, let's do it. And I fight and I win and it's spectacular. But, this time I said to myself, nah, not again. I'm not going to let myself keep on being used like that right to the last minute. You got to make a decision now or else you're not fighting or this, that. So I was like, you know what, this time I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to trust my instincts, my team, and just trust God got my back, because at the end of the day, what's the worst that can happen? It's their mistake, not mine.
And one more thing I just want to add real quick.
We want to add one more thing about Peter Petrov. They wanted Ryan to fight Peter Petrov, and they wanted him to weigh in at 143 pounds. And Ryan, 143.6, I believe. And Ryan had already weighed in the day before 135. So, this is the reality. That 143 pounds at the last minute isn't even really an option. But what Ryan says is really important. He wanted to fight Duno, and that was it. He wanted to show that everybody that this was a complete lie, and he wanted to show what he's all about. And it was not Ryan's fault it didn't happen. It's their fault that they didn't want to pay just a fraction more to make it happen.
And I want to make it clear, it wasn't even an outstanding number. It wasn't in the millions. It wasn't even $1 million or even really relatively close to $1 million. It was a little bit extra, like chump change into the perspective. Like, it wasn't like I was like, oh, give me like $1 million, I'll do it. No, I was not even close to that number. I was like, all right, if you could just give me a little bit more, Lupe, for their mistake, I will be happy, and let's get it on. I'll prove to the world in front of everybody, because everybody was gonna watch now. So I was like, let's do it. It's my chance to be great. But they just didn't let me. They didn't want me to be great. They decided to stand their ground, and you know what? That just shows that the people that supposedly are on my team felt like they weren't really on my team, because if I am the next superstar, like they say all the time, and a lot of people say it. Regardless of what you want to say about my boxing ability, it just proves that they're not really that behind me. If they were, it's a little bit fraction of what I asked for, and I could have fought Duno. And honestly, to me, Duno's not even a hard fight for me. He's a power puncher, but he gets hit a lot, and I know I can land punches, and I'm fast, and I'm quick. So to me, it wasn't going to be tough at all. But it's the fact that it's like I'm taking my integrity away. It just doesn't feel good. Like, oh, I'll get what I want because I pushed you guys to the last minute. Got you. Even, we could do anything. We could wait till the last minute and do you. So I was like, you know what? This is my chance. I'm not going to let it. Let's see where this goes from here. I'm just going to trust God, and that's how it happened.
And I just want to make it clear, Lupe mentioned that I was on the phone till midnight, and some news sources released that, the fight was on with Petrov, but, Golden Boy was advised late last night that fight was not going to happen. So I don't know why it was reported this morning that it would.
And even for a lesser amount, here's the thing. This is what really got me upset, is that they want to fight Ryan. He's almost 9 pounds heavier. This isn't a sparring match. This is a actual fight. Okay. On top of that, they wanted to pay less. Okay, so go figure. You're gonna pay less. You're subjecting my son to a stronger guy. Okay, I mean, we know about him, but it's like, what are you doing? Who are you with? I mean, this is your fighter, Golden Boy. This is your fighter. Okay, Petrov is not your fighter. You're supposed to protect your fighters, okay? And another thing is that during the weigh-ins, they weighed Ivan Delgado. Yeah, he came in at 4-point-something overweight, okay? But they declared that fight is still going to go on. Okay, that fight today that fight's still gonna be shown today. So why would they even mention Duno? So they don't even care about Ivan Delgado. They were gonna push him to the curb. It's like, you don't do stuff like that. People have heart. People have, families coming. People are selling tickets, and you're just gonna say, well, forget about Ivan. We're gonna say, you know what? Let's just have Ryan and fight Duno. See, that's wrong. You don't do stuff like that because it affects him as well. So it affects